is 17 years old, right?
Yeah.
And Milo, what high school are you in now?
I'm in the Beacon School.
He's in the Beacon School. I asked if he got permission to be here, and he told me he did. He got permission, signed authorization, so no, we're not breaking any rules out there, Mom and Dad, if you're listening, right?
Yeah.
So, I think there's a lot of different reasons why people probably get into something like parkour, and we were wondering in the break about the community of parkour. You two are representing the parkour community, and Shah, you were mentioning to me you're the founder of a certain group. What's it called?
Yes, it's called the Urban Vanguard. We started about 2008. It was just, it started off as just a community initiative to help bring people from all of New York and the surrounding area together by really just making what they call jams, which is just get-togethers of people practicing parkour. It's not formal at all. Well, just a bunch of friends getting together, and we just tried to hold those consistently every week so that with the idea in mind that if it's there, people will come.
Right.
Maybe everyone's not going to come at once, but if we remain consistent, then people will start to, people who are interested, people who want to be dedicated, and beginners who want to get into it will have a channel into the parkour community.
So there is a community, there's a global community.
Definitely a global community. We're all a family. It's awesome.
I mean,
is this community a competitive community where we're the best parkour out there, and you guys suck? And
not in the least.
No, I mean, I feel like the great thing about the parkour community is that the challenge is against yourself, and so you never feel the need to prove to other people that you're good, because you're the judge of whether you're good or not.
Right.
So it's great because you can train with people who are, a lot of people consider to be the best in the world and do some amazing stuff, and you're just two guys, hanging out. That's it.
And
are there competitions that occur?
There are competitions.
Events?
These are more like gatherings than I would say competition, even though the word put on it is competition. I actually, in September 17th, the Boston, it's Red Bull's Art of Motion competition, what they call it. I was a participant. And coming from someone who was there, who participated in both everything that preceded up to it and the competition itself, it was the same. It was just a natural gym. It was we all came out to meet up with each other. We all hadn't seen each other in a while. There were people from Sweden there, people from Cali, people from all over the world, all over America.
Wow.
And we all just came together that day. There was about 20 of us, 20 athletes competing, and all the local communities, people traveled and come and met us. And when it comes to the unquote competition aspect, it was not to us, the actual competitors. It was just we just looked at it as 90 seconds of our lives, to move the same way that we always move. And they actually made a really big point to the athletes, during the people holding the competition. They were just for all of you, just understand that parkour is your movement. And they went into this whole thing maybe this guy's 5 feet tall, maybe this guy's 6 feet tall. This 6 foot tall person's not going to be better than that person. This 5 foot person isn't going to be better than this person. Everyone has their unique strengths, their strong points.
It sounds like
unique movement.
It sounds like sorry that I jumped in there, but you at one point mentioned the word competition, and earlier you were talking to me about anti-competition.
Yeah.
That it's kind
of I feel like the parkour community is all about coming together as opposed to factioning, really. So even when there are arguments, we try to overcome that because it's all about, we're all on our own personal journeys to kind of explore ourselves, but at the same time, we're all part of the same community. So it doesn't really make sense to compete per se because the only thing you're ever competing against really is yourself.
And we all want to be together. It's more fun.
That's really amazing. Really, I mean, to hear about this kind of a community, to understand that you guys have this physical skill set that one might think you have to show off and you have to show up other people, and it's quite the opposite.
Not that in the least at all.
Right. You're really coming together. You're creating a bonding experience. You're learning from each other, and this, we talk a lot on the show about positive psychology, and I want to talk after our break about some of the elements that you've been talking about, which relate very directly to the teachings of positive psychology. We'll get to that right when we come back from our break here at the Sit Down Radio Show. I'm your host, Dr. David Sit. We're here at Baruch College, and we're going to turn it back over to our resident DJ, Peter Pan, to throw us some excellent inspirational music. Petey.